Welcome back to another video. Today we will talk about top 10 sacred places around the world. Spiritual experiences come in many forms, from the religious and intellectual, to those centered in art and nature. And so often, these moments are brought on by travel, sometimes unexpectedly, and sometimes because we journey in search of sacred sites, through pilgrimages, sabbaticals, and even solo trips, usually in times when we need an awakening the most. From Rome to Bethlehem, in the shape of natural landmarks and houses of worship alike, these are some of the world's most beautiful sacred places. Whether you're planning a future visit or simply looking to appreciate the grandeur of these sacred sites from afar, read on for our favorites. Number 1 is Ghats of Varanasi, India. India's Ganges River, although notoriously polluted, is believed to have healing, purifying properties, a belief bolstered by tests conducted on the water. In Varanasi, one of the country's 7 sacred cities, locals interact with the river via ghats, stepped platforms leading down into the water, and use them as sites for multiple ceremonies. There are bathing rituals for purification of sins, pilgrimages to collect sacred water, and even designated ghats for cremations, where pyres burn 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can see the phenomenon for yourself if you take a boat tour along the Ganges. Number 2 is Taksang, Bhutan. This Buddhist monastery and temple, also known as the Tiger's Nest, sits perilously on a cliff, 900 meters, 2,952 feet, above the Paro Valley in Bhutan, making it worth a trip for the views alone. Taksang was built in 1692, at the site of a cave where Guru Rinpoche or Second Buddha meditated for 3 years, 3 months, and 3 hours to ward off evil. The site has been sacred ever since, and you can reach it via a steep, 2-hour climb from the valley. Once you get to the temple, you can explore the grounds after removing your shoes. Number 3 is Wat Rong Khun, Thailand. This temple in Chiang Rai is one of the more recent constructions on our list, having been built by Thai artist Kalamkai Kosipapat just 2 decades ago in 1997. The gleaming white structure is an ode to Buddha's purity, as well as samsara, the cycle of birth, existence, and death. There's a sculpture of hands raising up from the earth, seemingly from the underworld, beside the bridge leading into the temple, with warrior sculptures flanking each side. But Wat Rong Khun also shows its modernity in many art installations, including nods to superheroes and aliens. Number 4 is Borobudur, Indonesia. Located in Java, Indonesia, Borobudur is an iconic Buddhist temple with construction dating back to the 8th and 9th centuries, during the Sailendra dynasty. The UNESCO World Heritage Site comprises of 3 tiers and 72 small stupas, dome-shaped structures containing relics usually related to Buddha, plus one larger central stupa at the top. The structure is specifically designed to represent the path to enlightenment. Each level represents a level of the universe, and the higher you climb, the closer you are to nirvana. Number 5 is Nasir al-Mulk Mosque, Iran. Also known as the Pink Mosque, Nasir al-Mulk Mosque in Shiraz, Iran, is famous for its stunning array of colors thanks to a unique combination of stained glass windows and mosaics. When Nasir al-Mulk was built in 1888, it was specially designed to take advantage of morning light, and the sun filtering through the windows creates a rainbow effect, highlighting the jewel-toned tiles and rugs in the interior. If you're able to visit the mosque, make sure you go early for the best view. At number 6 is Stonehenge, UK. The true purpose and origin of Stonehenge remains a contested mystery. Theories range from the legendary Welsh wizard Merlin having transported the rocks from Ireland, to the stone circle being a model for female fertility, to a calendar used for seasonal rituals, and an astronomical prediction tool for phenomena like solar eclipses. Regardless, the spiritual landmark remains one of the UK's most popular attractions, drawing some 800,000 visitors annually. There are ties to Druidic and pagan culture, too, and some groups of them still gather at the site to celebrate equinoxes and solstices. To visit, you can take a day trip from London, about 2.5 hours by bus. At number 7, Abu Simbel Temples, Egypt. The Abu Simbel temples were built by Ramses II of the 19th dynasty of Egypt during his reign from 1279 to 13 BCE. The complex, in southern Egypt, includes 2 temples, both the Great Temple and nearby Small Temple. Carved out of a sandstone cliff, the Great Temple's main entrance is flanked by 4 statues of Ramses himself, with likenesses of family members at his feet. Supposedly, the structure is dedicated to the ancient sun gods Amun-Re and Re-Horakt, though Ramses is also depicted as a god. On 2 days of the year, usually February 21st and October 21st, the sun hits the Great Temple just right and illuminates the inner shrine. Number 8 is Boudhanath, Nepal. Much like Indonesia's Borobudur, the Boudhanath Stupa in Kathmandu, Nepal, is designed with levels that symbolize enlightenment. The bottom plinth represents earth, the dome represents water, the tower represents fire, and the top spire represents air. All-seeing eyes mark the tower on each side, representing Buddha's all-knowing gaze. Between the glimmering gold and white colors and the imposing spire, which draws your eyes up to the sky, the structure is truly spectacular to witness. Boudhanath is a popular pilgrimage site for Tibetan Buddhists and a huge tourist attraction in Kathmandu. Number 9 is Angkor Wat, Cambodia. This famous 12th century temple in Cambodia is modeled after the mythological Mount Meru, where Hindus believe the ancient gods live. At its highest point, Angkor Wat reaches more than 700 feet tall. The temple complex, which has ties to both Hinduism and Buddhism, has walls covered with carvings, including over 3,000 Apsaras, nymphs, and many other mythological events and figures. It's a vastly popular tourist attraction. In 2018, short of 3 million tourists paid a visit, which was a third of all who stepped foot in Cambodia. Tourists begin lining up as early as 4:30 a.m. for tickets, so make sure you get there early or be prepared to wait. Number 10 is Church of St. George, Ethiopia. In northern Ethiopia, the small town of Lalibela is known for its 11 medieval churches carved out of monolithic rock. Dating back to the 12th century, the churches were built on orders of King Lalibela, who envisioned the creation of a new Jerusalem during a time when pilgrimages to the Holy Land were hindered by Muslim conquests. Today, the site still sees many pilgrimages, largely from Coptic Christians. The structures, complete with catacombs and ceremonial passages, are fascinating. The Church of St. George, or Beit Georgios, pictured, is particularly famous for its cross-shaped design and network of trenches, which connects it to the other churches. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click down below. Signing out.